All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to a complete video overview of my day trading strategy with like a 70 to 80% win rate, depending on the week, obviously, and if I'm feeling risky on a couple of the trades or not. But anyway, yeah, this strategy is super simple. You just, guys, y'all can flame me if y'all want, but trading is just drawing boxes and see what happens at those boxes. There's really not much else to it. You draw a couple lines, draw a couple boxes, see what happens at them, and then you take a trade. I mean, if you look at this, if you just study charts for like a month, you'll completely understand really everything about trading. All these gurus that are selling you $5,000 courses and everything like that. I mean, yeah, they give you the basics, but you can find everything you need to know on YouTube. Super simple. And one thing that I took advantage of that I don't think a lot of people are taking advantage of is using AI as basically a teacher. Most people aren't utilizing your AI can literally do everything. You can have it go over your favorite trader strategy. You can have it go over everything about the stock market or how day trading works and just all the basic rules. And you can have your AI just be your teacher. You can ask a trade, send it screenshots of your trade, or send it screenshots of a trade you want to take. It can give you the strategies, rules, and tell you what confluences it or not, if these confluences are correct. That's a little fun fact. That's what helped me grow trading for the longest time. Little backstory on it. I have been trading for probably a year now. Not necessarily taking trades on real accounts and everything, but I started off with using ChatGPT, the new AI, to basically be my teacher in Confluence when trading. I'd send it screenshots of the chart, ask it if I should enter this or enter that, and for the longest time, it never worked. Then I got into algo trading and I was building a trading bot that would work. It would read all the data ticks and everything like that. And it would tell me to enter trades based off of things like ADX and RSI, just things I didn't understand, but it did since it can get all the information in the world. It knows what it's doing. And yeah, it killed it for a little while. I was banging trades out. It was sending me 10 signals a day and I'd probably 8 of them would win. But that was also during a time when the market was completely trending down. So I was printing off of shorts. But now that the market's kind of chopping around and staying in consolidation for a little bit, the bot didn't really do as good. Fast forward a little bit. I figured the best way for me to make a trading bot would be for me to actually learn the strategies and teach the bot the strategies. And every single time I take a trade myself, based off what I would learn, I would tell it to my bot and it would analyze it every single day, every single time, the best times I would trade, my winning trades, my losing trades, what made this one win, what made this one lose, just yada, 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 over and over for like 6 months probably. And then over that time, I was just subconsciously learning how to actually trade, like how the market was moving, the best ways to learn everything about it. And then after I started taking trading seriously on my own, where I would take trades myself, I realized I was really damn good at this. Basically my new passion. I love it so much. I do it every single day, all day, every day. I can't wait till I don't love it anymore because that means I'm the best I can be. But yeah, the strategy that I've been using, that I've been actually trading with, is you find your draws of liquidity. You find the first presented 15-minute for value gap in the session. I don't know if I was supposed to be looking at this one or this one. So anyway, if I'm looking at the wrong way, excuse me. Find your draws of liquidity, which is relative equal lows, relative equal highs, LR, your previous session highs, previous session lows, midnight opening price, things like that. Those are all your levels. Once the session starts, you find your first presented 15-minute for value gap that prints out in the session. You find a retrace back into that 15-minute for value gap, and then find an inverse for value gap out of that gap tap, and then you target the next draw liquidity. It's pretty simple. I'll type it out on my screen here. So find your draws of liquidity, find the first presented 15-minute for value gap. Over everything I've learned, the 15-minute value gap is my absolute favorite one to deliver out of. If I don't find a 15-minute, I usually go for 5 if I'm feeling risky. But if you stick to the rules and you trade out a 15-minute value gap and you backtest the strategy yourself, you'll see that this strategy works, insanely well. Find the first presented for 15-minute for value gap. Wait for that fair value gap to get tapped or retraced back to. After it gets retraced back to, you find an IFVG out of that retracement. So find a 1 minute or also another thing with inverse value gaps. I did learn this from PB trading. I target the highest IFVG that I can find on that leg. So I usually do target a 1 minute for value gap. But if there's a 2 minute the best way to go about it is instead of waiting for that 1 minute to inverse, you wait for the 2 minute to inverse, just because it's a higher time frame for value gap. It holds more power. If the 2 minute isn't the highest time frame one, there's a 5 minute. More than likely, I would wait for that 5 minute to inverse. But also trading, it's all discretionary. You have to make sure you can understand how the market's moving. If I think we're gonna inverse the 5 minute based off how the 1 minute's inverse, and then I'll just take the 1 minute inverse. It's all discretionary. But the best way to do it is to find the highest time frame for value gap. I don't go past 5 minutes. I don't use the 3 minute either. I use 1, 2, and 5 for my inverse. So you find basically, let's just say this. IFVG. The 1 minute is the one that I usually take though. Out of that 15-minute gap. And then enter off the candle closure of that inverse. So the second that candle inverses the fair value gap, that's when you're going to want to enter. If you front run it, that's a whole other thing we'd get into another video. But the second that candle closes over the fair value gap, which makes it an inverse fair value gap, that's when you're going to want to enter. And then you target your next draw liquidity. Target the next draw liquidity. This is why I also don't use daily bias. That's discretionary to me. I don't use daily bias because why in the world would I only target longs? Like if I'm high time frame bullish and shorts are looking juicy, I'm going to take shorts. That's just my style of trading. A lot of people are going to disagree on me with that, but everybody trades different. This is what I like to do the most. Have 15 minute right here, right? 15 minute for value gap. Ooh, I love it so much, right? Okay. I'm going to want price. Price made it a bearish 15 minute, right? This 15 minute came from this leg right here, right? What I want to see is price make this 15, come back up and tap somewhere relatively deep into the 15 minute for value gap and reject out of it, right? Where I would enter would be off of a inverse from the leg up. So say this was a 1 minute inverse. I'm taking the trade right here. I'm taking a short, stops at the CE of the fair value gap or at the top of the fair value gap. It's really discretionary which one you want to target. And then if London lows, for instance, are right here, this is where my draw of liquidity is going to be. That's really all you need to know on the strategy is if you create a 15 minute for value gap, 15 minute for value gap, you retap that for value gap, you go back into it, and you have an inverse for value gap, that's when you take the trade. So stupid simple. If I can learn it, anybody can learn it. I never thought in my entire life I would ever understand trading. Did the whole TJR boot camp, everything like that. Never made any sense to me. And then just clicked. I watched every video you could watch. I stared at charts every single day. And now you just get a sixth sense for understanding the market. So let's go back and let's just try and replay. This is everything I went over with the Discord on explaining how to start an account, eval stages, everything like that. Okay, anyway, so replay, 15 minutes. Let's go here. Alright, where is it? Where is it? 7:30? Let's do a little bit more. Okay, bang. Okay, first 15 presented. Bang, bang. Just swept London high, swept Asia high, some New York AM low. We got these lows down here. See 1 hour. Nope. Okay, we do have this big gap that we have not inversed yet. We tapped into it, projected hard out of it. Okay. So let's see. This is 1 hour, this is 15 minute. Okay. So what I want to see right here is I want to see price come into this 15 minute, reject out of it, have an IFVG out of this to target these relative equal highs right here. Let's see if we can play out. Okay. Have inverse. Have our first middle leg inverse right here. And you see, so this is when discretion comes into play. This inverse right here, this little what is this? Peon inverse. I mean, that's not even 1 point inverse. That doesn't count yet. So obviously we got saved on it because we would enter right here. We would have automatically got stopped out all the way down here on the bottom. Not stopped out, but trade would not be in our favor yet. So I'm going to wait for this 1 minute to get completely inversed. Okay, good enough for me. So right here, I'm taking a long, taking this here. I'm going to target the highs right here. My stop loss is going to be the top of this 1 hour for value gap that we had below that we keep projecting out of. All right, so here we go. See how the trade plays out. Look at that, guys. Who's the GOAT right there? Bang. So that is a 71-point win on the day right there. After my first win, I'm done for the day. I don't take any more trades out of that until the next day, unless I'm feeling risky on Asia session. But yeah, so as y'all can see, we had a 15-minute fair value gap. Do a little explanation on this trade again. We had our 15-minute fair value gap, right? This one right here. Mark it out for you guys. 15-minute. We came back in. We tapped out of it. And look at this V-shape. If y'all have a V-shape, I mean, that is just absolutely textbook for my strategy right here. V-shape out of the 15-minute. Go back to the 1. Nope. I mean, this is textbook strategy right here. We have a 1 minute inverse, 1 minute IFVG right here. We closed above the IFVG on this leg right here. This is where I took my trade. And, stops below here for a 1 to 1.5 trade. And bang, targeted the relative equal highs right here. And that's my strategy. Not really sure what else to go over in this video. It's pretty simple. You have a 15-minute. I'll draw it again. I'm not going to draw it, but draw your liquidity levels. Find the first presented 15-minute for value gap. Wait for rejection out of that 15-minute for value gap. Find the highest time frame inverse. Target the highs or target your next draw liquidity. Guys, we go for base hits here. You don't need these massive 300, 400 point winners all the time. You get anywhere from 50 to 70 points a day. Guys, y'all are making bank. Making bank. I don't know what that word was I said. But yeah, guys, take it serious on the AI part that I was talking about. That was the main reason I became profitable as I am, as fast as I did too. You train your AI to become your teacher and can tell you everything you need. It's basically just like having your own trading teacher with you guys 24/7. Yeah, guys, that's my strategy. Join my free Discord. I throw all of my signals in there. We're two green weeks in a row right now since the start of it. First green week was pretty good, especially with all this war news too. This war news has been completely awful for this month right now. If you're all trading, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is my strategy. This is what I trade every single day. This is why I'm profitable. If you stick to the rules and you follow this setup and you only take it and you realize days where you don't need to take trades and you realize days where the setup is A++, then you take the trade. You don't revenge trade. Don't gamble. Don't do anything like that. Stay consistent. Stay with your rules. Trade every single day. Back test every single day. Back test a strategy on your own. And it's so simple. You draw boxes. You draw lines. You see what happens at those boxes and lines. And you take a trade and you win and you make bank. That's all you need to know. Yeah, guys, that's it for this first video.